and welcome to another special report from the VBC. Hello and welcome to the VBC special report. On today's top story, we have a special interview made by Zofia as the newly elected Speaker of Ashai. Here's what was said. So I'm here with Zofia, the newly elected Speaker of Ashai. Sitting before me for this interview. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here for the VBC.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Right, let's get cracked on with the questions then. So, let's start off with an introduction. So, who were you before you were elected as the Speaker?
Well, before I became the Speaker of Ashai, before I ran, I was the captain in the Ashai military. So I have a lot of experience handling the military side of Ashai, and I found myself slowly more and more wanting to help with the non-military and internal side of things that that just seemed like really could use help to end make this community so much better, and that's what really inspired me to run.
That's lovely to hear, thank you. So, in the first part of your speech, you said that you would find a way to deal with the bandit threats. Could you elaborate on that in your plan?
Yeah, so obviously I have a good amount of experience with the PvP side of things from working in the military, and because of that I have a little bit of experience like fighting and dealing with banditry, so I feel pretty prepared to work with cities to make their cities safer from bandits. We can implement like anti-bandit architecture and make safe areas for people to hide in the event of a bandit raid. And I also plan on coordinating a lot of PvPers to fight bandits that come into Ashai, or make sure that they stay away from Ashai claims and civilians.
Fantastic. You also discussed about financial support to people. Do you want to discuss about ideas about what you said there?
I think it's quite simple that anybody who can send me proof that they defeated a bandit that was attacking Ashai should receive some financial bonus from that. They're obviously doing a great service protecting Ashai from banditry and making sure.
Sorry to interrupt, but this sort of ties in with the banditry stuff.
Yeah.
I see. Well then, is there any other ideas that you have in mind?
In general, or
more or less, yes. Just any ideas that you plan to share.
Yes, I also want to work on buildings and infrastructure in Ashai. I think there are a lot of great projects that we need to work on and develop that'll help us quite a bit. For example, I want to work on the Eldham capital, Ashen Rest, and make that a functional city and all alike. I'd also like to work on road construction between major cities on both Eldham and Rathnear.
Now, this is where the fun part of our interview comes from, and I think many people enjoy this, but the accusations that have been placed upon you about the election fraud, care to put your input on that?
I can assure you there was absolutely no fraud or shenanigans in this Ashai election.
I'm just saying, you're making this sound more and more suspicious. But yes, is there any basis on those accusations?
No, it's completely baseless. There's no foundation for the accusations. The votes were independently reviewed by the Emperor's Hand and the Emperor of Ashai, and they found the election to be completely above board.
But we don't need to worry about any election fraud whatsoever. Now, is there anything else you'd like to say before we conclude this interview?
Yeah, I would like to offer my condolences to Delta, my opponent in the final round. I think he did a very good job and had a great campaign.
Well, his campaign was something. Have you heard of the monkey video he had?
Well, I must say I haven't seen the video, so I can't speak on it.
Fair enough. Remind me to send you it at some point. But that's all the time we have, so thank you very much for being on this program tonight.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
And that's us back to the studio. That's the end of our special interview with Zofia. However, some other news has sort of break through, with a mysterious sign coming from the skies at night. Check for yourselves. With two red glowing eyes from the sky replacing the moon, it is uncertain for us to know what this truly means. This is Phelan Lancaster from the VBC News.